Welcome into the Cowboys Report, sponsored today by True Classic. I'm rocking one of their polos, and you guys can save 25% off when you use promo code CHAT over at trueclassic.com/chat. Some news to begin. Netflix has paid a reported $50 million for the rights to a 10-episode docuseries on owner Jerry Jones. The alleged pitch here is it's like The Last Dance, but for the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, and it's going to focus on that 90s dynasty, which does sound really fun and awesome and entertaining, although $50 million, and yet I still can't use my parents' login because they changed their rules because they have no more money. Thanks, Netflix. Speaking of non-football related question, do you have Netflix still? I had my parents' password and my in-laws' password because we just share accounts for everything, right? This is America. And we got kicked off of both of them. New producer Chris still has access. So maybe I'll borrow your parents' login and make sure I can watch that. Vote for me in the comments section, though. Y for yes, N for no. Over to real football stuff, Mason Crosby. Could he be the Cowboys' solution at kicker? Blogging the Boys and Cowboys Wire looked at Dallas signing him. What we do know for certain is the Cowboys at some point will add a kicker before the season, because how can you not? Now, remember that Crosby played under Mike McCarthy in Green Bay, although I would like to point out some of those years it was is it time for Green Bay to cut Mason Crosby? Because he's been really up and down over the course of his NFL career. He's had some really low seasons, and he was good in 2019, and in fact, great in 2019. Good in 2020, just not very many attempts. Not very good in 2017, better in 2022. Now, what matters here is, okay, were they from distance kicks or what? Here are the kicks broken down by distance this year and the past year for Crosby. 96% on extra points. It's fine with me. Did not miss inside of 30. Missed 4 inside of 40. None of them coming last year. All came back in 2021. 10 of 16 from 40 to 50 or to 49, and 4 of 8 from 50 plus. Not great. It's simple. It's reliable on short kicks, much like Robbie Gould, but the leg strength is not there the same way that Bones Fossil likes it. He is one of the top kickers out there. Robbie Gould, Ryan Suckup, Randy Bullock, Brett Maher, if you want to just bring him back and make that your solution. I would keep an eye on Nick Folk as a trade or cut candidate whenever that ends up happening for the Patriots. He's not going to make the image of the kicker way too early. Or maybe most likely a potential USFL signing before training camp begins or around when camp begins. So prediction time for today's pinned comment. Will the Cowboys sign a kicker before day one of training camp? So before it starts, or will they wait a day or two? S for they'll sign somebody. W for they will wait. It is the pinned comment on today's show. If that ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and go vote. More free agency buzz. That's today's show. Blogging the Boys named 3 players. This is a different part of the Mason Crosby article. They named 3. We'll get to another name as well. Dalton Reisner. It's someone we've talked about a lot on this show. We'll hit him again because I want to get him in Dallas. The Cowboys could have a need at left guard, depending on, does a young guy emerge? Is that a Matt Farniok? Is that a Matt Waletzko, a Chuma Adoga, Awesome Richards? They just put the Smiths on the left side, Tyron and Tyler. Can Tyron Smith actually stay healthy? That seems unlikely. So left guard is a question mark / concern right now for this Cowboys team. Reisner was not as good last year for the Denver Broncos. He allowed 3 sacks, 6 hits, 20 hurries. The PFF run grade was not nearly as good as it's been in the past. I would say Denver was such a dumpster fire that maybe it wasn't all his fault and it was the fact that the coaching was a disaster, right? We mentioned the offensive line. Let's say Tyron Smith goes down. Then you're putting Tyler Smith at left tackle, which will happen at some point. Tyron just can't stay healthy anymore. Do we trust Awesome Richards, Matt Farniok, Matt Waletzko? I would love it if one of those guys emerged, but it isn't necessarily a guarantee from that perspective. Today's Cowboys Report is made possible by True Classic. You can get 25% off their tees, polos, shorts, and more when you use promo code CHAT over at trueclassic.com. Look, summer's here, long days, warm nights, maybe the occasional barbecue with friends, etc. And True Classic is the perfect comfort clothing to wear all throughout the summer. Polos if you're golfing or looking a little bit fancier. T-shirts if you want to feel good and look good in the process. Shorts, both chino style and quick dry active shorts as well. They have you covered with whatever you are searching for. Summer ready colors as well. And they come in packs, their shirts and polos do. So you can have a shirt for every day of the week. The chino shorts are a personal favorite of mine because I want to look good, feel good, especially if I'm out on the golf course or drinks or whatever. Quick dry active shorts are perfect for any summer workouts that you have. But whatever you choose from, you can't go wrong. All True Classic clothing is designed to be versatile and work with your lifestyle. So you can look and feel your best from morning to night. In fact, True Classic is so committed to their products, they have a 100% risk-free guarantee and easy returns as well. And we do love a good guarantee around here. So if you are ready to upgrade your look and your wardrobe, shop now at trueclassic.com/chat. Links in the comments section and the description, and the promo code is as well. It's chat. trueclassic.com/chat. Promo code chat. Look your best, feel your best, and be your best with True Classic this summer. Let's talk running backs then. Darrell Henderson, also mentioned by Blogging the Boys as a free agent target for Dallas. The Cowboys are thin right now on proven depth at the position, and Pollard, I will also make note, Tony Pollard, played with Darrell Henderson at Memphis. Now, what really matters here is the fact that Henderson has not been that guy. If you had told people Tony Pollard unquestionably is a vastly better football player in 2023 than Darrell Henderson is, I don't know if the people would have believed you. Henderson was a better prospect coming out of Memphis, but he fell out of favor last year. It was 2020, 2021, okay, 4.5 yards per carry, somewhere in that range, was having some success. That's promising. And then 2022, he fell out of favor. He wasn't as productive. The Rams had issues with their ground game overall. They actually cut Darrell Henderson midseason. The Jags signed him, never played him, and cut him instead. I don't know if he's an upgrade with what you have right now on the roster. And I get there's general concerns over, okay, how good can Deuce Vaughn be as a first-year football player? Is Ronald Jones good, or is he bad too? Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle, do any of those? And could Hunter Lipke be your new favorite undrafted free agent player that everyone likes to have each and every single year? Those are question marks from that perspective. So I'm not sure what the path will end up looking like there for the Cowboys, but I don't think Darrell Henderson really brings you much of an upgrade. Now, the next milestone for us here at the Cowboys Report is 157,000 subscribers. We are 697 away. Free videos every single day with camp around the corner. Hit that sub button right now. Kenyon Drake is next up here, and this falls into a similar category as Darrell Henderson. Heavy Sports suggested this particular idea that the Cowboys can go sign Drake in free agency. He played a minimal, small role for the Ravens last year, mainly as a backup running back. It is important to make note that Drake was a healthy scratch for several games last year, which is indicative of the fact that he's just not that good anymore, or at least isn't trusted by his coaching staff. Now, look, if it's a dumpster fire and Jones looks bad and Deuce Vaughn's not ready yet and Davis and Dowdle and Lipke don't impress, then okay, find a veteran. But right now, I don't have much interest in Kenyon Drake. I don't think there's any major benefit to adding him to this Cowboys organization and thinking that, okay, hey, this is going to be our key piece on offense. And, he's someone we've got to go sign right now in the early stage of July. No. Someone can and should pick him up, at some point during training camp, but I don't think that needs to be the Cowboys right now. If things are slow in camp and the running backs aren't getting good reviews, okay, revisit. Right now, I don't have much interest. So who do you have interest in? What free agent could be someone we discussed today? Could be somebody else altogether. I'm sure we'll get plenty of Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Hopkins responses here. But name a free agent who you guys want to sign. Drop that player name for me as we discuss more Drake here in a second in the comment section right now. The reason why I don't want him, well, he's that great. He did have 4.4 yards per carry last year. I will make note relative to other Ravens backs over the years, it's not actually that particularly good. He got a big fat contract from the Raiders for really no reason. He's a 4-yard per carry guy for the most part the past 2 years. Better in 2019, although supporting cast maybe mattered a bit more there. Never quite emerged the way people thought he could. So I'm not that interested in Drake. I know this is a beating a dead horse common refrain over and over again. Let me see the guys on the roster. You know, Drake's in the Ronald Jones category of like, yeah, he wasn't that good last year. Maybe he's good this year. How many Ronald Jones-esque players do you need? 1. Let that guy see if he can compete or not. If not, then just go ahead and move on. At that stage, it does not matter to have him on your roster. Let me see what Deuce Vaughn, my young stud, can do. What can Malik Davis do? What can Rico? What can Hunter Lipke do? I would rather see that. Now, if and when the Cowboys make a move, and you know what? It's actually a when the Cowboys make a move because they're going to sign somebody. They've got 2 open roster spots. One of them will be a kicker. We will break it down. So make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Cowboys Report. Free videos each and every single day.